Hello, I'm the Weasel, and today we're doing culture clashes. Each of these videos is highlighting one thing that's very different in China from the West, something that most foreigners probably haven't experienced or only experienced a little bit. So, let's get started. Anyone who's lived in areas with large Chinese populations might have noticed some people, especially women, walking around with umbrellas on sunny days. Well, in China, this is of course everywhere when it's sunny. Are Chinese people scared of the sun? Are Chinese people actually vampires? While some might take it to extremes and look like they're scared of the sun, I have found no evidence that Chinese people are actually vampires. There is an argument that it is cooler under the umbrellas, which makes sense because you're out of direct sunlight, like you've kind of made your own shade. So that might be part of why this is done. The main reason most will give, though, is that they don't want dark skin. Dark skin is seen as unattractive in a lot of cultures, including Chinese culture. If you look back at Western history, this was also true at one point. I have heard this was because to have white skin meant you don't work outside. So most likely they were part of the upper class or had a lot of money. The reason I heard that people in Europe switched from powdering their faces with lead to wanting gorgeous tans was because a lot of the rich started going on cruises and holidays and hotter climes. So it switched to being tanned, as showing that you were able to afford to travel, which also showed you had a lot more money. Funny how it always comes back to money, isn't it? Getting back to umbrellas is an easy way to stay out of the sun and avoid darker skin. But this isn't the end of things. It isn't uncommon to see people full on covering their face with thin cloth, like more than even a burqa. Sometimes you can't even see their eyes. This can be scary when you see an old woman riding a bike, face totally covered with this cloth, because making it harder to see is probably a great thing to do when you're biking. If someone doesn't want to go that far, there's always selling arm coverings to make sure you don't get dark arms, and even the face kini. Yes, a covering for your face so you can look great on a sunny day. I mean, look great, like look like a mummy. So they usually use this for swimming. So you can go out to the beach, your face still won't see the sun. Okay, there are some that are more fashionable than just looking like a mummy. And you might think this is all weird, like hiding your face to go to the beach, but you actually don't have to be embarrassed. No one can see who you are. And at the end of the day, you've kept your beautiful alabaster skin. Now, using the umbrella to avoid the sun isn't the only differences with how umbrellas are used you will find in China. A big superstition in the West is don't ever open your umbrella inside. It is bad luck. Your house will probably collapse or something. I honestly think this is just to avoid people tripping over them or something inside or having pools of water, I guess. But in China, it's common to see umbrellas open everywhere inside on a rainy day. It helps them dry, make sure they don't get moldy or rust. Why in the world would you want a rusty, moldy umbrella? So on a rainy day, you go into a public building and the entire entrance will be full of opened umbrellas drying out. And that's how umbrella use is a little different in China, along with some bonus face kini action. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, please like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. Later, 再见.